now Reagan will be reborn. Don't keep the God President waiting, Rangers. You'll find him at the north end of the... I wish I could get an audience with the God President. Sorry, partners. Access to this console is restricted by order of the Nancys.
That toaster's been broken for ages. If you can fix it, it's yours. Hey there, friends. Sister Nancy Forge, Ronnie's fourth wife, and his armorer. Made all our guns, armor, explosives, and that commie-killing Ronnie statue out on our front porch. Trade secret, meaning I won't sell it, and you couldn't afford it if I did. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate the compliment, though. Anyway, I'm the trader here on top of everything else. You need something? I might have it. Ronnie called me to it during one of his spells, way back when a god tells you your trade, you best listen. Blood, sweat, and tears, friend. Blood, sweat, and tears. Scavenged and smelted the plating myself. Hand ground the... Also hunted and killed 30 or so scar collectors because I had some parts I needed. Steel, servos, and such. More than a few of the statue's bits and bobs have blood on them. A fitting tribute to America's fighting president, right? Course it is. I made it. And it's imbued with it's an all-American ass-kicking war machine. Yeehaw! Well now, kinda you to say so. What did you like best about it? Wasn't easy. Months of coding the connection to Ronnie. About 100 miles of cable. And the testing was a That reminds me. I got some leftovers from that job taking up valuable space. It's yours if you want it. Make sure you put that to good use, Rangers. Sure, have a look.
Keep the God President waiting, Rangers. You'll find him at the north end of the building, in the sanctuary of the Holy Serpent.
My fellow Americans, well, turn with me now to the book of Bonzo, chapter 12, verse 1. Blessed are the job creators, for the tax cuts they receive will trickle down to the middle class. Well, blessed are the nukes, for they protect our freedom from the evil communists. Blessed is the oil that sustains our military-industrial complex and makes us, well, a shining city on the hill. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great on Wall Street. Success sells. Greed is good.
This ain't a charity, Rangers. You need a med kit? Talk to me. If you're looking to get patched up, I'm your gal. They call me, if you're a Nancy and you do something the other Nancys don't like, they shun you and call you a Y-man. Yeah, anyway, you'll hear a lot of things about me in this shitty city on the hill. None of them good. But nobody can fault my to where? Colorado Springs? Besides, Colorado Springs has plenty of doctors and the patriarch.
Yeah, okay, you're probably right.
Well, I was Reagan's second wife behind Reliance, and now I'm not. We'll just leave it at that. Quit! Ha! I was excommunicated. Mother Reliance burned my Nancy wig and used my red suit for a toilet rat. She'd hand me over to the Godfishers if anyone else in this Girl Scout camp knew their way around him. Speaking of, I could use your help to drive that point home. I might be able to waive the fees for treating your wounds, if you're interested. So, like I said, Reliance would have Ronnie light me up if she didn't need me. So, I'm pretty sure the robots at the machine commune have some tricks for healing humans, not just machines. Every once in a while, a Gipper patrol will get lost, injured, and then a couple of days later show up bright as rain, escorted by a couple of... Obviously, Reliance has Ronnie blast him before any commie sleeper programming can turn on, but if you're in the commune and get some kind of data on their clinic, I'll heal you up for free from then on. And throw in a few medical supplies, too. Great. Thank you. Just don't mention this to anyone else, huh? Especially not Forge. Pretty sure she wants this intel too, but if I share, it won't win me an inch with Reliance. Sure, but this ain't a charity. Hold still. See for yourself.
Log entry 509, Testament of Sister Nancy Justice. Another unexpected proclamation today. Mother Nancy has ordered a full audit of Reagan's neural net to try and isolate the cause. Sysadmin Log entry 1821, Testament of Sister Nancy Justice. Reagan's behavior is increasingly erratic. He's having conversations with persons only he can see. I fear that I don't have the code crap to make this right. Sysadmin Log entry 2403. Testament of
Welcome to the Western White House. God President Reagan is expecting you. Please come in. Thank you.
What is this? Those are the Desert Rangers! They work for my father! You promised to keep me safe!
Calm down, Valor. God President Reagan has everything under control.
Well now, welcome, Patriots. Nancy and I, well, we appreciate your... Now then, help yourself to some jalebies, and let's get down to business, shall we? You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to... If it takes a blood, let's get it over with. Well, what do you say? Diplomacy, of course. How do you tell a communist? Well, it's someone who reads Marx and Lenin. And how do you tell an anti-communist? It's someone who understands Marx. It is the Soviet Union that runs against the tide of history.
Asking only for purposes of our education, ma'am and sir.
I'll be happy to explain, Rangers. Communism is a foul philosophy that tricks people into giving up their individuality and submitting to the will of the state, which commands them to work for free and relentlessly attack those who don't subscribe.
I think that most people in this country would say yes. They are better off than they were 4 years. Why shouldn't we believe that? We are Americans.
That's enough, Ronnie.
Okay, Mommy. Well, I'm sleepy.
I know you. Thank you for joining the God President and I in the sacred server room, Rangers. Before we discuss why you're here, I have a proposition for you. A favor that would make us look more favorably on your requests. My husband, the God President, wishes to transfer his consciousness to a human body.
A cybernetic transfer module. It's amazing. Basically, what it does is...
That's enough for now, Valor. But yes, we must acquire this transfer module from the filthy communist robots that occupy the Denver airport. Or rather, we'd like you to acquire it and bring it here to us. Once God President Reagan has a human body, you'll be rewarded with money, a fine weapon, and we will relinquish our claim on Valor and restart the oil to Colorado Springs. Very well, but I warn you, I have a very limited supply of patience. They call themselves a commune and say they are working for the betterment of all sentient beings. It's a lie. They put on a friendly face so they can, but their end draws near. Once we have what we need from them, they will be dealt with like the dirty communists they are. The Godfishers are always a danger in Denver, but trained mercenaries such as yourselves should be able to handle them. The preparations have kept us busy enough. Your assistance is a convenience that we are willing to pay for, nothing more.
There are a lot of issues with...
They don't need such technical details, Valor. Suffice to say, now, I serve at the pleasure of a god, Rangers, and I don't have time for this non-committal dithering. Are you going to help? Whether you recover the module is up to you. If you do, meanwhile, our home is at your disposal. I'll tell the sisters, make America proud, Rangers.